Namaste yogis, Jamie here from UHS at the Center for Healthy Minds, and if you've just had a really long day, this is the practice for you. We are going to wind down. For our yoga practice, we're just going to need 2 blocks, which I'm just going to set at the top of my mat. We're going to get started right away in constructive rest pose. We're going to take soles of the feet to the mat. We'll let the hips get heavy. Feel the weight of your torso on the mat. Feel the heaviness of your skull. We can take left ear to the mat, then right ear to the mat, just massaging that heaviest part of your skull. And then we'll take a few breath cycles to feel each point in our body that connects with the earth. We'll take a few breath cycles to feel the coolness of the air on our skin, or maybe the warmth of your mat underneath your body. Left hand can rest next to left hip, right hand can rest next to right hip, palms facing the ceiling. Or we can take one hand to heart, one hand to belly, does not matter which hand lands where. We'll begin our practice by taking 5 breath cycles here in constructive rest pose. If you'd like to join me, when you're ready, we'll inhale 1, exhale 2, inhale 3, exhale 4, inhale 5, exhale 6, inhale 7, exhale 8, inhale 9, exhale 10. From here, we're going to make our way to Appanasana. We're going to take our fingertips and reach for our shins. Hands will grab onto the shins, opposite hands will reach for opposite hand, opposite wrist, or maybe even opposite forearm. We're going to press that tailbone into the earth, and then we're just going to rock left to right, giving ourselves a teeny tiny low back massage. We'll meet back in a place of stillness, and then we'll take a nice deep inhale. On the exhale, both sets of knees are going to drop to the right. Both sets of fingertips are going to reach towards the right, and then on your next inhale, left fingertips will begin to open up towards the left. Gaze can follow that left thumb like a sunrise. We'll take about 3 rounds of breath here. Breathing into left ribs. Breathing into left side body. If you're gazing towards left fingertips, we're going to take gaze up towards the ceiling, and then we'll just step left toes, then right toes onto the mat, making our way back to constructive rest pose. From our constructive rest pose, fingertips will reach for the shins, making our way back to Appanasana. From here, we'll give ourselves that teeny tiny low back massage, and then we'll take a place of stillness. From that place of stillness, we'll take a nice deep inhale. On the exhale, both sets of knees are going to drop to the left. Both sets of fingertips are going to reach towards the left, and then on your following inhale, right fingertips will reach open towards the right. Gaze can follow your right thumb like a sunset. Finding our 3 breath cycles here. Breathing into right side body. Breathing into right ribs. If gaze is towards that right thumb, we'll take gaze back up towards the ceiling, and then we'll step right toes, then left toes back onto the mat, making our way back to constructive rest pose. We'll take one hand to heart, one hand to belly. We'll take 1 breath cycle here. And then on your next exhale, we'll make our way to 4-point tabletop. Rising up. We'll just stack those shoulders over those wrists. We can take a look back, see if we can get those hips to stack over those knees. And then yogi's choice, tops of the feet can press into the mat, or we can tuck our toes under, whichever helps you best for balance. From here, our 4-point tabletop, we're gonna find some length along the neck. Shoulders will draw away from the ears, crown of the head will reach forward. We'll take one breath cycle here, internalizing our alignment for 4-point tabletop. And then on your next inhale, belly drops, shoulders draw away from the ears, gaze comes forward and up, turning into your cow posture. And then on the exhale, we'll take chin to chest, turning into that scary Halloween cat. Inhale, Vittalasana. Exhale, Marjaryasana, pressing through the palms, rounding through the spine. We'll do 3 more rounds at your own pace, working to match breath with movement, movement with breath. Inhale, gaze comes forward and up. Exhale, chin to chest, turning into your final scary Halloween cat. After your final round of your cat pose, Marjaryasana, we'll come into Balasana. From 4-point tabletop, we're gonna take big toes together, we'll walk the knees wide apart, and then we'll walk our hands forward. We've got our blocks nearby. If we need to, we'll take our block, set it down, and rest our forehead on our block. Maybe we don't need our block today, but we can always give it a try. We'll take 3 more rounds of breath here in Balasana, child's pose. You're welcome to take 5 more rounds of breath in Balasana Child's Pose, or we'll make our way to Downward Facing Dog. If you'd like to join me for Downward Facing Dog, we'll rise to our 4-point tabletop, shoulders stacking over those wrists, shoulders stacking over those wrists, and then we're just gonna walk our hands 1 handprint forward. The heel of the hand is gonna come to where that top of the middle finger is. We're gonna press through those palms, we're gonna tuck our toes under, we'll lift the knees, Downward Facing Dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. We'll really press through those palms, bending into the knees as much as we need to lengthen the spine. You're welcome to take your dog for a walk, maybe bending real deep into the right knee, letting the left heel drop. Then we'll bend real deep into left knee, letting the right heel drop. Or you can just enjoy a place of stillness here in your Downward Facing Dog. On your next exhale, we'll drop our knees down to the mat. We'll make our way to 4-point tabletop, and we're gonna grab our blocks. We'll set our blocks on the mat, and then we're just gonna gaze in between those blocks, and we're gonna step right toes forward. From here, we'll wiggle left knee, left toes back if we need to. Our hands are supporting ourselves on our blocks. Gaze is at right big toe, or gaze is forward. Shoulders draw away from the ears. Nice deep inhale here. Completely exhale all the air out the lungs. If you're gazing forward, we're gonna gaze down at that right big toe, and then however you can, we're gonna wiggle right toes back to meet the left, and then we'll step left toes forward. Once we're supported on our blocks, then we can wiggle right toes, right knee back if we need to. Gaze is at left big toe, gaze is at the knee, or maybe we take gaze forward. Shoulders draw away from those ears. Nice deep inhale here, completely fill the lungs up. Exhale, HA, everything out. If you're gazing forward, we'll gaze down at that left big toe, and then we'll just wiggle left toes to meet the right, making our way back to our 4-point tabletop. We're gonna gaze in between those thumbs again, and then we'll wiggle right toes forward. Once our foundation is strong, we'll wiggle left toes, left knee back. We'll take another few rounds of breath here in our supported Anjaneyasana posture. or maybe you'd like to rise a little bit. From here, we can press into all four corners of the right foot. We'll interlace those hands and place them on the right thigh. Gaze is at right knee, gaze is forward, or maybe we begin to take gaze towards the ceiling. Shoulders draw away from the ears. Nice deep inhale here. Completely exhale all the air out the lungs. We'll take one more breath cycle here, grounding down through all four corners of that front foot to aid in balance. And then if you're gazing at the ceiling, we'll gaze forward and then down. We'll place our hands on our blocks, and then we'll wiggle right toes back to meet the left. We'll gaze between those thumbs, and then we'll step left toes forward, and then we'll wiggle right toes, right knee back once our foundation is strong. We'll hang out here in our supported Anjaneyasana, or if you like to rise, we'll interlace hands, place them on the left thigh. Gaze is at left knee, gaze is forward, or if we're feeling strong, maybe we'll begin to take gaze towards the ceiling. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale all the air out the lungs. If you're gazing towards the ceiling, we'll begin to gaze forward and then down. We'll place those hands on the blocks. We'll make our way back to our supported 4-point tabletop, and then we'll remove our blocks from the mat, and we'll make our way back to 4-point tabletop. Shoulders will stack over those wrists, hips are over those knees, tops of the feet can press into the mat, or we'll tuck our toes under. Yogi's choice. We'll take one round of cat-cow. Inhale, belly drops, shoulders draw away from the ears, gaze comes forward and up. Exhale, chin to chest, turning into that scary Halloween cat. Let's return back to neutral 4-point tabletop, and then we'll make our way to a seated forward fold. We'll just sit back on the hips. Left leg is long, right leg is long here in our Dandasana staff pose. From Dandasana staff pose, we're going to keep our left leg long, and we're going to take sole of right foot to that inner left thigh. We'll take our belly button pointing towards those active left toes. We can stand here supported on our fingertips. We can take thumbs to sternum, or if you'd like to add in the forward fold, we'll take a nice deep inhale here. On the exhale, we'll lead with the heart. We'll begin to forward fold. Hands can rest next to the thighs. We can grab onto the shins, our ankles, or maybe even those feet. We'll take a nice deep inhale here. On the exhale, we'll release. We'll either take chin to shin, or we'll take chin to chest, Yogi's choice. We'll keep a slight 1% bend in our knee, just so we're not locked out, and then we'll continue to fill those lungs. If you've got chin to chest, we'll begin to take chin to shin as we gaze forward. We'll release our grip, and then we'll slowly make our way out, returning back to Dandasana staff pose. Feeling the difference between left side and right side, we'll take one breath cycle here, and then when you're ready, we'll make our way to Janu Sirsasana A on the left side. This time we'll take right leg long, and we'll take sole of left foot towards that inner right thigh. Fingertips can tent next to the hips. We make our way pointing belly buttons towards our active left. We'll make our way pointing navel towards active right toes. We can take thumbs to sternum, or if you'd like to add in the forward fold, we'll take a nice deep inhale here. On the exhale, we lead with the heart. Hands will rest next to the thigh. We can grab onto our shin, our ankle, maybe even our feet. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, release. Yogi's choice, either taking chin towards shin, or we'll take chin to chest. We're keeping that slight 1% bend in our right leg, just so we're not locking out that knee. And then we're completely filling the lungs on the inhale, completely expelling all the air out on the exhale. If you've got chin to chest, we'll begin to gaze forward. We'll release our grip. We'll slowly make our way out, and then we'll return to Dandasana staff pose. Feeling the difference between left and right side body. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. When you're ready, we'll make our way back to constructive rest pose. We'll take soles of the feet on the mat. We'll come onto the hips. Allow yourself to feel the weight of your torso, the weight of your skull. We'll either have left hand next to left hip, right hand next to right hip, or we'll land one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. We'll take our 5 breath cycles here together, just like we did at the beginning of class. When you're ready, we'll inhale 1, exhale 2. Inhale 3, exhale 4. Inhale 5, exhale 6, inhale 7, exhale 8. Final breath cycle at your own pace. And then when you're ready, we'll make our way to Shavasana. We'll extend right leg long. We'll extend left leg long. We'll let the arms splay open. Just allow yourselves to get heavy on the mat. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. Or we'll gently awaken, wiggling toes and fingertips, rolling out the ankles and wrists. We'll take a full body stretch, getting as long as we can from head to toe. And then we'll exhale, HA, sigh of relief. We'll make our way to Sukhasana, easy seated pose, however you can get there. Crossing the ankles or coming into any other comfortable seat. Right hand can rest on right knee, left hand can rest on left knee, or we'll take thumbs to sternum. We'll take a few moments here to reflect on our practice, to send gratitude to anyone who may have helped us step on the mat today. Or maybe we'll use this time to set an intention for the rest of our day today. I'd like to end our practice by bringing my hands to my third eye for clarity of thought, to my lips to speak my truth, and to my heart to know that our actions can change the world. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you have a great night. Namaste.